To remove and install the lower control arm on your Patriot 9R Pro RMK or Khaos Slash, follow these steps. Ensure the snowmobile is on a flat level surface. Then, safely elevate the snowmobile. Reference your owner's manual for proper lifting techniques. Next, remove the sway bar link fastener, washer, and nut. Discard the nut. Then, remove the fastener and washer securing the shock to the lower control arm and discard the fastener. Continue by counter-holding and removing the lower control arm spindle fastener, washers, and nut. Discard the nut. Next, counter-hold the front pivot fastener and nut. Discard the nut. Then, remove and discard the 3 lower control arm nuts. Continue by removing the lower control arm assembly. If reusing the control arm, clean the arm with a clean shop rag. Then, inspect the pivot tubes for wear or damage and replace if necessary. Continue by inspecting the spherical bearing for wear or damage and replace if necessary. Next, align the lower control arm assembly with the mounts on the sled and install the assembly. And loosely secure the assembly with 3 new nuts. Continue by loosely reinstalling the pivot fastener through the right side of the vehicle and secure with a new nut. Next, align the ski spindle with the lower spherical bearing and reinstall the retained fastener up through the bottom while installing a retained washer on each side. Then, loosely secure with a new nut. Before continuing, inspect the shock bushing as well as the sway bar link bushing for wear or damage and replace if necessary. Next, align the shock with its mount in the control arm and secure with the retained washer and a new fastener. Then, reinstall the retained sway bar link fastener from the left and secure with the retained washer and a new nut. Next, torque the lower control arm nuts to specification. Then, counter-hold and torque the front pivot fastener to specification. Continue by counter-holding and torquing the lower control arm spindle nut to specification. Then, torque the shock fastener to specification. Finally, counter-hold and torque the sway bar link fastener to specification. Finish by lowering the vehicle completely. For more information, see your authorized Polaris dealer or visit Polaris.com.